Hey Collective, let's get some messages for the 12th. This is June 2022. And these are general messages for the collective consciousness. This is our energy. What is going on, collective? This is for around a 24-hour period within viewing. The date of recording is not as important as the message, so it's a timeless reading. So collective, what is going on? Please go with clear, concise messages on a 3. Thank you, Amen. All right, let's get the situation. What is the situation today, collective? Cool. So we have some Wands energy showing up again. We saw the Ace of Wands yesterday. Now we have the 3. Now we have expectations here. So the 3 of Wands is a nice passionate energy. Again, we have some fire. Our element is fire. And this is the results. Essentially, when I say expectation, this is the results of what you've already taken action on. So you've already made a decision here. And you've already made moves, and these are very possible outcomes here. It could be a reaction or it could be a response. But definitely because of an action taken, this is almost a consequence here. But generally speaking, it's positive energy. It's just really early into the game or the story here. All right, so what are your thoughts? You are the other person's thoughts about the situation. As I always say, if you don't enjoy the shuffling, please feel free to jump ahead. So we have 5 cards here. I don't normally take more than 3 in the interest of time, but thoughts about this are kind of all over the place here. I'm going to get a more concise message here. 3 cards or less, please. Thoughts about the situation, collective. Right. I saw this when I was shuffling as well, as I was cutting the deck here, or shuffling the deck rather. 5 of Pentacles coming up in the thoughts. So expecting rejection, feeling left out in the cold, being left out. You are the other person here thinking that, right? These are just thoughts about the situation. This could be health, right? Whenever we're seeing Pentacles, we're seeing the real world. It could be finances, right? The 5 here could indicate, expecting, say, some shortage there because of overspending, right? It's like expecting this, but there's probably no surprise, right? Because of an action taken. So, minor arcana energy here, nothing that's not going to change within a very short period of time, particularly if it has some majors around it, which it may, coming up. But this is also paying attention to what isn't working. So, in a practical way. Maybe not seeing results fast enough could feel like giving up, or it doesn't work here or something. But let's see what your feelings are. You are the other person's feelings about the situation here. And the situation today will be the 3 of Wands. Feelings. You are the other person's feelings. Okay. So this is a lot of spy energy. This is someone who is very probably now insecure about what sort of, say, interaction here is going to take place. Really with the feelings about the situation being the Three of Wands. And now we have the Page of Swords. We saw him yesterday. We saw the Five of Pentacles yesterday. So this energy is sort of still lurking around. But here I'm seeing it, there's an insecurity here because this is early on into the communicative process when it comes to news. And this guy more talks about obtaining information. So this isn't necessarily about sharing news. This is pulling in, and that's why he's called the Spy card. I mean, it could just be tumultuous thinking as well, or negative thinking here with this heart space and expectations. Yeah, it's hard not to say being on the same page as something here too. The communication or thinking, programming here is a big deal, but it's being felt in the heart space. You could be dealing with a younger air sign male. I feel like this energy has a lot of growing to do. I get the feeling here with these three cards together here, it's almost like, what did you expect? So interesting. All right, so what is the most likely outcome for this situation, collective? Very interesting. I see a big turnaround really quickly here, particularly if we get majors, as I say. So let's see what else is going on. All right, more Swords energy. Here we have rest and recovery, meditation, prayers answered sometimes. But this is brief. This is usually just a short time out. Needing to step back from something. Needing to step back, and I'm going to even say this is just coming, it's just sort of, you know, intuitive here, but from being needy in a way. From needing anything. That's interesting energy to have here, because that's not what it means necessarily with this card, but yeah, the Four of Swords, most probable outcome, especially in your feelings. I think you feel this here. I think you feel, or, you know, us as collective, we feel this need to peel back a little bit. Maybe with that devil energy yesterday, especially, sort of peel back this over attention and go within or gain some wisdom. There's a nice recovery here though, so that is noted, and it's going to at least begin in the mental sphere, which is nice because there's still a little bit of sort of inner turmoil or conflict there. With this Eight of Swords, we'll look at that in a moment. And I'm just looking for duplicates here. So we have two eights. I'll look at bottom of the deck energy here in just a moment with you. So yes, two eights and no, I lie, three eights. Just one moment. I believe this is extensive traveling. Yes, it is. Okay, three eights. Interesting. All right, so there could be, despite only a couple of major arcana showing up here, we have three. Extensive traveling could be a part of this situation for you in this story. And certainly this does, Three of Wands can consider things like travel, like ships coming in, literally travel. You could be expecting something in the mail, I mean, right? Depending on your story, it's a general reading. So, but no matter what, it's because of an action that's already been taken. So, external energies, people or energy that could be playing a big role with regard to this situation today is the Eight of Pentacles. Magician here in the center. We saw him yesterday or the day before. I don't recall. One of the two, very recently. And then the Eight of Swords, we saw her yesterday for sure. So this is accomplishment energy. Eights are about progression. Here we see the Eight of Pentacles being craftsmanship. There's a mastery here, and it's interesting next to the manifester, the great manifester here with the Magician. So work, essentially, something you've been working on. Maybe this is health. Maybe this has to do with work and health. But something you've gotten very good at here. There is some self-limiting beliefs about. Again with the swords. There could be an element of, you know, cutting ties. Like maybe early in this discussion. But if it doesn't work as per an actual job or career choice, you know, in terms of you or the other people here, Mercury is showing up. So communication is a big deal. You could be expecting these types of messages here too, because of this inner conflict. With the Eight of Swords there. The Eight of Swords is looking at, these limiting beliefs. So it could be around how you work as well. Not just what you do necessarily, but how you do it. And here's where it's, they're, you know, leaving, coming and going could be an element here as well, especially with the Pentacles showing up. And jobs and bosses and stuff like that. So yeah, this could easily be a business or career or even finance reading for one of you out there. So yeah. I don't feel like there's a rush here necessarily. I feel like there's a little bit of time. In order to manifest perfectly. It could be the perfect job. Indeed. But definitely don't give up and don't feel like... Yeah, I feel like there's a sense of like you're so close to something or so near, or... there could just be this daunting sense here, even though I don't see the Nine of Wands necessarily. Just getting this feeling here, there could be the sense of, you know, when will it come? Like, when will this be over? When can I expect the next level? And I've been talking about closure for the past couple of days anyway. So still feeling like you need to look into things or even communicate, you know, write something here. But manifestation, I would become clear and get out of any poverty thinking. If it is about two things, two places to live, two different relationships, I mean homes, jobs, whatever it is here, and the Two of Pentacles being considered in the subconscious energy, could have to do with a Cancer and an Aries person, or a Cancer being the Aries boss. or with work feeling like home. But there's that duality here, that juggling duality. So this is divine masculine energy in this internal or subconscious world collective. So could be about choices as well. I mean, the twos really do speak about choice in general. So, you know, maybe there's a sense of like weeding through things. You know, going through these processes. Like I say, we don't have a ton of major arcanas here. We're like making little, I was going to say baby, but like little page steps through these conditions or, you know, levels where you get to land on solid ground here. And there could be less mental attention being paid to feeling left out or a sense of poverty in some sense there. Someone could be making a choice about you here as well, because this is you or the other person. So you could be a Cancer watching, you could be an Aries watching. Cancer female or Aries male. So general energy for the entire reading is the Death card and the Eight of Wands. No biggie, right? These are quite beautiful together. Really gorgeous energy. So here we are back with our Wands energy. Back into this force. Now we are full force and it's transformative. So it's actually quite fascinating to see this major arcana. They just started showing up here at the end for external energies and then the overall energy. Wow, quite powerful. Here we have Scorpio being represented. The depth of it all. Secrets and, you know, yeah, privacy and the private world here with Scorpio, and privates, I guess, because it also rules sex, death, and rebirth. So the transformation here would be about this stunning amount of communication, essentially. So maybe that's what's going on here. This is going to, we saw the Tower yesterday as well, so maybe this could be not so much shocking communication anymore at this point, collective. It could be more, you sort of expected this at some point, because this is a natural progression. Death is a natural progression of life. And certainly with fire and one's energy being the spark of life, this is, again, all cylinders are fired up here. These are the ones of love as well. So if this is a love or romance reading for you, someone is really transforming here the way that they are about to communicate or that they will communicate. And maybe this is going to be part of the closure as well, because this is, you know, sex, the rebirth portion of this. There's another way to do something, and maybe this is what's going on. Maybe someone, there's a little key in someone's heart. It's interesting, actually, to see this all of a sudden becomes this unlocking here, this Page of Swords, in the feelings about the situation. I think you expected something to happen here, but maybe not what did happen here. So something's been sort of switched on. So really interesting reading. I really enjoy these so much. I really hope that you do too. I love reading for you guys. And as always, I do hope it's helpful to someone out there. So until I see you in the next one, bye for now.